Recently, my channel has been growing at a rather pleasing rate. As such, I've decided to keep uploading similar videos. In other words, I found a strategy that works, so I'm going to keep doing it until it stops working, at which point I'll try something new. This same strategy is one that has been adopted by some teams in CSGO. I say sometimes, as not every team does it. However, some teams, particularly Envious and Na'Vi, use this to great effect. Let's say you have a successful push somewhere. You kill all of your opponents and get the bomb down without even breaking a sweat. You've obviously found a weakness in your opponent's defense. At this point, you can do one of two things. Keep the strategy in mind for when you really need it in a few rounds, or simply execute the same strategy again now. If it works, you're probably good for a couple more rounds with that strategy before they can properly counter it. Is this a good idea though? If you do this, you can pretty much guarantee that they'll get wise to your strategy and be able to read it in the future, essentially rendering that strategy useless in future games. For pro teams, this is a concern. For example, when the Tech 9 was at its most OP, Na'Vi had a strategy where they would rush mid on Inferno with Tech 9s and armor. Because of the running accuracy, they could simply charge into the site and get an easy bomb plant. However, they did this so much that teams got wise to it and started putting down Molotovs to counter it. I've not seen any team use this strategy since. So, how can you repeat a strategy when you need rounds without making it too obvious? At ESL 1 Cologne, Luminosity Gaming were having a weak T side against Flipside. They desperately needed rounds and B just wasn't working for them. They decided to switch it up and go with a long A strategy. It worked and got them back into the game. Now, they needed to capitalise on this. They decided to repeat the same strategy, but this time they sent a lurk to the B site. This slight change meant that even though the strategy was more or less the same, to the terrorists it looked a bit different, and made countering it that little bit harder. The keep doing it until it stops working strategy is one we don't see enough of. Try it out in some of your games and let me know how it goes in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.